Now let us start with the choriocarcinoma. It is a highly malignant trophoblastic tumor. Can result after molar pregnancy or can occur after non-molar pregnancy. For management part, physioanatomical staging is required to identify where the disease is located. And WHO staging is required to assess the prognosis, whether we are dealing with low risk GTN or high risk GTN. It is known as metastatic disease. Choriocarcinoma is metastatic. Invasive mole is non-metastatic disease. Okay. So, FIGO classification of GTN. Stage 1, the growth is confined to the uterine cavity. And stage 2, there is involvement of vagina in 30% of cases. Stage 3, lung metastasis is seen in cases 40-80% of cases. And this is very important point to remember. Brain metastasis is seen in 10% of cases and liver metastasis also 10% of cases. Two risk factors are added here. They are first visit HCG titer more than 1 lakh milli international unit per ml and duration of disease more than 6 months. These two risk factors are recently excluded from this classification. Hence, to summarize, the management is planned according to the FIGO and modified WHO score. It deals if the low score is less than 6, high score means less than 7, more than 7. WHO prognostic scoring modified by FIGO 2000. Fine. Here, few points are considered. They are history, age, duration of disease, pre-treatment HCG titer, largest tumor size, number of metastases and site of metastasis. So last 3 points are concerned with the growth. So tumor size and number of metastases, site of metastasis are last 3 points. And first point is concerned with the history of the patient when we document. Duration of disease is important in all cases because the prognosis matters. The scoring is 0, 1, 2, 4. It is like that. In this chart, I have shown only 0 and 1 because they are concerned with the low risk cases. Fine. When the disease occurs after vesicular mole, the prognosis is good, the score is 0. When it is seen after abortion, the prognosis is poor. Hence, it is given 1 point as a score. If there is prior history of failure of chemotherapy, either single or multiple, still one score, it goes under the heading of 1 score. Age more than 40 years, duration of disease, say about 4 to 6 months. All these columns comments about figure 4, F failure. Then 40 years, above 40 years, duration of disease more than 4 months, pre-treatment HCG more than 10 raised to 4, less than 4 centimeter size the tumor, less than 4 metastases and metastasis in the spleen and the kidney. Here 0 marks for metastasis in the vagina and the lungs. Good prognosis. Okay, here also prognosis is good. So there are total 8 criteria to decide whether the patient has got low score and 1 mark each is given. Next slide, you pay attention here. It is score 2 and here score is 4. This column you remember. Whenever the duration of disease is more than 1 year, titer is more than 10 raised to 5, there are more than 8 metastases, whenever there is metastasis in the brain and multi-drug chemo failure. Metastasis in the brain, all these 4 marks are given. This is very dangerous condition. It is an extreme condition. In these cases, it is compared like this. Antecedent full-term pregnancy is score 2 and duration of disease more than less than 12 months. So it is given score 2 like that. So you compare these 2 columns together and those 2 columns together. So both these groups are included in the high risk. Total score should be less than 6 is low risk. 6 more than 7 or more is high risk patient. High risk score patients or GTN cases should receive multiple drug therapy, and low risk cases should receive single drug broadly. Okay. So what is the chemotherapy agent for GTN with a score less than 6? Single drug remission is 85%. It is the commonest GTN where it is chemosensitive. So injection methotrexate, as usual, the dose is alternate day 1 milligram followed by folinic acid 0.1 milligram. Or actinomycin D can be given. Such two cycles, such still cycles are repeated every 2 weeks till the HCG is negative. MAC regime, the cure rate is better, so can also be given when the cure rate is 97%. It comprises of methotrexate 1 milligram per kg IV intramuscular alternatives plus folinic acid, and actinomycin D 11 milligram per kg for 5 days. Cyclophosphamide 3 milligram per kg for 5 days. Such courses can be repeated after 2 weekly interval till HCG is negative. This is alternative treatment. High risk group or poor prognosis group should receive either MAC therapy or Emaco regime is also tried. In these cases, cure rate is 70%. The drugs used are etoposide, methotrexate, actinomycin D, cyclophosphamide, and oncomycin. 5 courses are given for the patient to get relieved of the symptoms. So what is the dose of etoposide? 100 milligram per meter square. It is given in 200 ml of saline for half an hour. Plus, on the same day, actinomycin D 0.5 milligram IV bolus is given, and methotrexate 100 milligram. The dose of this and this is same per meter square IV bolus followed by 200 milligram per meter square for 12 hours period. Day 2, etoposide is again repeated, 100 milligram per meter square, same dose, and actinomycin D is added here, 0.5 milligram IV bolus. Folinic acid is given 15 milligram intramuscular every 12 hourly for 4 doses, and start 1 day after methotrexate, 24 hours after methotrexate I mean. And Emaco regime on day 8, cyclophosphamide 600 milligram per meter square IV, vincristine or oncovin 1 milligram per meter square IV bolus. Such 2 courses and are given. Maximum 5 courses are effective. Monitoring of the patient should be done with hemoglobin percentage and WBC count and polymorph count. This is the cutoff point. If it is there, then stop the chemotherapy, correct the values with blood transfusion, and restart the chemotherapy. Other surgeries which can be done is like lung resection, if single lobe involvement is there, and craniotomy for controlling the bleeding. If there is brain metastasis, then radiotherapy 300 congre for 10 days is given, or high dose of intrathecal injection of methotrexate is also practiced. Recurrence, it's very important. That's why you have to maintain the trophoblastic disease register, and regional registry should also be feasible for the monitoring. The risk of invasive mole recurrence is 2 to 3%, and low risk cases metastatic disease means choriocarcinoma 5%, and high risk 21%. Hence, now after HCG titer is negative, in these cases 1 cycle can be repeated. In low risk cases 2 cycles of chemotherapy can be repeated, and in choriocarcinoma practice giving of 3 cycles after HCG titer is negative. Of non-molar GTN are of placental site trophoblastic tumor and epithelioid trophoblastic tumor. They originate from the intermediate trophoblastic cells. They do not here in placental site trophoblastic tumor, it is rare, 1%, but 15% is the risk of metastasis. They are chemoresistant. There is no syncytial trophoblast because it is originating from the intermediate trophoblast, and the HCG value is low because there is no syncytial trophoblast, which is the hormone then that human placental lactogen HPL is estimated serially. The gold standard test will be naturally immunohistochemical staining of HPL. The treatment is hysterectomy with adjuvant chemotherapy. Here also, in epithelioid trophoblastic tumor, it is also chemoresistant and treatment is same in both conditions. Both these tumors, placental side trophoblastic tumor and epithelioid trophoblastic tumor, they are non-molar GTN. Quiescent GTN is also one of the entity identified where small focus of syncytial trophoblast is left behind. They do not progress and no chemotherapy is required. The risk is 6 to 12% can develop active GTN. That's why follow-up is important. Non-gestational trophoblastic disease of the ovary or testes is identified, described under the heading of choriocarcinoma. Okay. Thank you for watching the video.